Alrighty. So, Pentiment. Yeah, I've been meaning to play this for literal years. And now I can. And now I am. I don't remember when this came out. It came out a while back. I still feel like this is very loud. Hold on. Like, I like the music, I just don't want it, like, blasting. Try that. Alright. Yeah, I was really excited when this came out, and I heard, like, nothing but good things. I just never really got around to actually playing it, so that's what we're doing tonight. Game. Oh, this game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. The Easy Read Fonts option improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. No. We can, I think stylized is fine. It automatically saves your progress as you play the game. Okay. Sounds good. Getting rid of all the pretty stuff. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. Starting our own story. Xbox Game Studios presents an Obsidian Entertainment production. Pentiment. Am I gonna need notes? Those illustrations look like, that other game I played. Ink something. April 1518. An artist sleeps. An artist's mind. So he's having a dream. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Heh, up to the devil's work again, are you? Don't encourage him. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. That's Socrates. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work Socrates' way. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. It takes great fortitude to be attentive to yourself and your work, especially when there are pretty nuns around. Must you make everything perverse? Yes. It is virtuous to focus on your work, but the abbot cannot hold you responsible for the feelings of the sisters. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? The small portrait they sent was lovely, but artists can be flatterers. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. As are many things. Trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Ow. At least if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know all John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. It'll be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. Throw them overboard? I don't think I can. That's no way to think about it. You need to stand up for yourself. Okay. How you doing, Cheech? Ah! Would you please stop? I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Monday survived, so I guess that's a thing. Yeah, true. Good morning, Ursula. D&D was great. Casual 4-hour session. It was really, really good. A lot of laughs. My character discovered feminine rage. I'm hoping to maybe use that as a skill. See if I can convince the DM to write it in as a new skill for her. But no, it was really good. Okay. The Baron, April 1518. Few more pages, back to the Abbey. Another day, another few pages for the Abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town to head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the Scriptorium. Okay. Can I use my mouse? No, okay. Gertner Farm. And the Abbey's up there, right. This is the Abbey. Jeez Louise, that is a lot. There's a lot going on here. Europe. Fantastic. That's what I was thinking. I was like, and it's something she's like discovered. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It would be a joke if I did it. Because she's a very, like, stoic. She's a very stoic character. Prime, hour 6. Cool. What's this? The Picturix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, blah blah blah. Prior Pharenic keeps giving me all these books to read. Okay. Yeah, true. No, Feminine Rage is that's different. That's a different type of rage, like that you're talking about. Feminine Rage is every time a man tries to push me around. You really clean this up. But we're not going to, are we? With bed? No, that seems like a bad idea. There's Ursula. Hi, baby. Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Right, well, actually, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye that you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Okay. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. I like that. Corrects the text. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. I'm not sure how... I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Pharenic allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after some wandering. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something in my life. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. It is, but I know this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. This will be remembered. Oh god, it's one of those. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Hard to say until it's done. That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course, until later, Clara. Okay. I wanted to... Oh, it was this. Sorry. My bad. Cool. So we have a lot of things here. Vespers is monastic hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours. It is followed by supper. So when I was reading The Name of the Rose for my studies, which ended up just being like a great book in general, and I really enjoyed it. You really had to follow, there was like a list of all the timings, like Vespers and da-da-da, that you had to follow to kind of understand, to figure out the murder, essentially. Oh, Ava. Hello, Andreas. Okay. Is that it? Cool. There's Peter. Andreas. Shift walk toggle. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming now. Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your Wanderjahre before coming to Tessing? Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Oh. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. I mean, I feel like I should do that one. Because I'm Dutch, or part Dutch. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Now, obviously that would be the best one for an artist. Yeah. I think we'll do this one. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. All the great art cities of Flanders. Low Countries is kind of a slap. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fine. Where's that? North and west, down by the sea. There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains, and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big York. What'd you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Okay, another background. A hedonist, craftsman, bookworm, rapscallion, Businessman. Can I make him a bookworm? Rapscallion artist? No, I don't want him to be a rapscallion. Getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Gross. Although if he's trying to be an artist, I would argue that he probably dedicates all his time to his art when he can. Painter by day, John Wick by night. No. Either a bookworm or a craftsman. I guess we'll go craftsman. Other than art? Nothing. That's what I was there for. Art is the whole point, Big York. The craft. I don't have time for anything else. Oh, sorry I asked. Anyway, I have to get going. York, let's go. Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. So he is just art, art, art all the time. He's just art. Town Commons. Is that where I'm supposed to be going? Town Commons is there, right. Then once we get to Town Commons, we're going to go right. I think. And up and through. Okay. But it's a bit of a ways to go, so. Blacksmith. Andreas Smith's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. There's argument going on up there. Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Sure. Wonderful, I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand or they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Oh god. Here. Take a shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Good, good. Next one. Kind of weird not having my mouse somehow. And that's all keyboard. Ah, well done. See? Short work. Yeah. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all those at once. Sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Have you considered an apprentice? I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Keep at them. I bet you could get Bert Drucker. Ha! Klaus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then, fantastic. Can I go up? No. Oh no. What is happening here? Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Should I offer to help? Martin, idiot, you're going to help them. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? No. Well, no. Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Not Christian, but that's okay. Oh, look! There's something going on up at the Steinauer's place? Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Sorry, I left my Velcro gloves in my other tunic. Cries, haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johan pulled his pants down. Knocked 2 of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Oh my god, my bro. Damn it, Martin. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Help your aunt and your cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. Wow. Okay. That'll be remembered, apparently. Church and Druckers. I assume this is where I have to go. Let's find out, shall we? I wonder if that means that he's going to be all annoyed with me. Yeah. Oh no! Martin's fallen down the well. I know. So sad. So sad. It's unfortunate that I am unable to assist in this moment. I don't know what to do. Such a shame. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Oh, jeez. I know. The rope is not long enough. What's that? Go get another rope. Oh, I'm afraid there are no other rope. There is no other rope in the town. I have looked, and unfortunately I could not find any other rope. This is it. Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new word cuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from adventure stories of questionable moral repute. He doesn't mind those so much, actually. No? As long as they don't get too carnal. Oh. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course. Thank you. Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Is this going to be one of those where I make decisions? Oh, dear. I need to sneeze. Hold on. Scared my cat. Oh. I went looking for the mute button for my mic, but I wasn't fast enough. Sorry. I'm so sorry. And also I scared the crap out of the cat. Okay, I think I'm good now. Sorry, kitten. So sorry. I have like the loudest sneeze. I have my dad's sneeze. One of the many wondrous things I inherited from him. Sorry about that. God bless Master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? What if I don't want salvation? I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night, and Andreas, this is about more than your success in this life. There is enough. Oh my. What a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rockbohu, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to those Alpine cities. The place was crawling with nobles from the Emperor's diet. For the Emperor's diet? The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Yeah, well, la-dee-da. Who was the artist, my lord? I'm sure you know him, an older man from Nuremberg with enough of a reputation to paint the Emperor. Oh, there you go, because I have this background. Cool, so it does change then things that you say. Oh my god, how many replays could I do of this one? I mean, not necessarily on stream, but like just for myself. I love that. Albrecht Dürer, well known across the Emperor and a legend in our mutual hometown. Ah, you are also from Nuremberg. Interesting. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kirsau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia das Tasfia he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Gansas died, then I found a copy. Did he say he found a copy? Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassling's past later. Yeah, he must have. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. Not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry and be approved. It's an honor to me. He doesn't need to know my family history. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. The next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Surely my lord would find little entertainment or companionship in me. I have yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start. Oh, well. I don't know. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Yeah, see, I'm like, I don't want to give this guy. Miklas, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. Okay, cool. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years, at Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait. You may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Oh my god. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. This will be remembered. Oh god. I'm getting myself in so much trouble already. I can tell I'm like getting myself into so much trouble. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Ha, no, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Phoebe and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. See, that I can admire, right? I can appreciate that. He just seems kind of, I guess having money in those days, like, you do live such a different life, right? And actually, just in general, that's nowadays as well. I guess it gives you a kind of a... It's probably not entirely his fault that he's a bit of a... so-and-so. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is well-read, as well-read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? Yeah. Changed. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Yeah. Knows the basics of fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. I mean, if he's an artist now... I would say it would either be... Well, actually, it could be any of these, technically. Which one should I do? Theology, imperial law, medicine. Yeah, I kind of, like, I kind of want to do medicine because I feel like it's one of those, like, gonna come in handy. But realistically, I think theology or law makes more sense. I'm gonna say... If you're doing stuff for the church, true, but isn't he just working for the church because he's an artist? Like, you don't have to have studied theology to work for the Abbey. And also, you're working for the Abbey, which I think is different from the church. Does that make sense? So, like, I think the church, because isn't an abbey, like, abbeys have monks, right? Like, I don't know if it's a different religion, per se. I actually don't know that. But I think it is separate? I don't know, I might be wrong. But it feels like it's two separate things. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go law. I feel like he would have studied law and then got completely bored of it, and then was like, no, I'm gonna be an artist. Law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. Which is ironic, because the Nuremberg trials. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law, nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rochvogel. Parchatus dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the Trivarium, and Quadrivarium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Yeah. Latin, grammar, and vocabulary. Instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Excels at rhetoric. I mean, if he was studying law, I feel like orator is a good way to go. Knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, necromancy, blah, blah. I'm going to say orator. That makes sense with law. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course. But also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. I know all these names, which is kind of fun. True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid, though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Well put. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? I feel like heavens and earth, like various plants and animals, that would be good if I had studied medicine. I feel like that's not super helpful here. I'm going to say Latinist. That feels like a good match for what I've got going on here. I focused on Latin. It's useful in so many ways, but especially for understanding manuscripts. Fun fact, I studied Latin and Ancient Greek as part of my university studies. I was aiming for a double major in English and Ancient History. I didn't end up doing it, just ended up being English. But yeah, I studied Ancient Greek and Latin. Not that I can understand it anymore, but... Wonderful, beautiful language used in the greatest empire of the ancient world. Tell me, what is your favorite sensia? Everyone enjoys the smell of their own farts. Remember to tell the tale of another's kindness many times, but whatever kind deed you do for others, keep quiet. Oh, that is a good one. Remember to tell the tale of another's kindness many times, but whatever kind deed you do for others, keep quiet. I like that one. Cato the Younger, an unflinching defender of the Roman Republic. I know that name too. In fact, no, I haven't read anything by him. First one, yeah. Well, I'm like, if he's an orator, like he's, good with rhetoric, I'm like, he's not gonna. I'm sure there are people that would, do that one. But what did his principles get him? Death at the hands of Caesar. Not quite true. He died by his own hand. And when Caesar learned of it, he said, Cato, I resent you for your death, for you denied me the chance to spare you. A bitter end, but not without a measure of sweetness. Ah, there's the abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you know of Curacao at all? My family have been patrons of Curacao for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Probably not much left of it these days. Ah, well, perhaps it is the nostalgia that brings me back here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? Am I saying that right? Venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I look very much forward to seeing it. Alright. I really do like the illustrations. Like, this is really beautifully done. Nicholas, tend to the horses and baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. That is very unusual. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seems to recognize you. We were acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Okay, cool. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rochvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so, I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. What's going on? Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Yeah, in other words, haven't started it. Of course, Father, I'm eager to get to work. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance of my payment for the Book of Hours? Yeah, let's not do that. Eager to get to work. Then get to work. I'm on my way. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance for the Goether's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Mathieu to pay me early. I don't think he would find a way to get paid. Okay, well. Fine. Where am I going? Scriptorium's over there. Where am I? Oh, good lord. Okay, so I go in. Through the dormitory. Go up into the dormitory through to the scriptorium. Okay. Location, objective. Father Gernot might be receptive to a negotiation for the funds. I'll need to approach the subject carefully and make it worth his while. That's why I was like, well, I can't... Okay, so these are all my... This is my background. Knows some Dutch and French. All of his time to his art. He studies some law, rhetoric, Latin. Okay. Kind of fun that you can, like, do that. I need to go this way. I like that there's, like, a choice. It's a nice voice. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Rudiger. Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. And have a good day singing. Cloister, no. Crypt, no. Tower, no. Dormitory. Who's this? Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. Andreas. How is Sacristy today? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you eliminate, not before. I only have a few pages left. Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Kiersum, but for Tassing as well. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gertners? What is this about, Andreas? I would like to help the Gertners pay their taxes to the Abbey. They've asked me for their rent early so they can pay their taxes to the Abbey. That's what happened. I would not have expected Peter Gertner, of all people, to beg a lodger for help. His wife asked me. That must have been difficult for her. I'm sorry, Andreas. If you seek remedy to the Gertner situation, plead your case to Father Gernot. The matter is pressing, Brother Mathieu. In the name of Christian charity, isn't there anything you can do? This is money I would be paid eventually, and it would be a great relief to the Gertners. Oh, so because I made a friendly inquiry and I admitted Clara asked for help, I've got like the good persuasion. See, this is why I was like, rhetoric, yes please. Persuasion, let's go. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mailer. I won't. Thanks. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Garnet and Prior Fenric. Thank you, Brother Mathieu. God bless you, Andreas. Okay, I will go. Alright, now I've got my payment. I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. I'm not leaving it on a table. You gotta be kidding me. Dormitory? Is that's where I need to go, right? Old Bailey? Yeah. We need to get to work. Church. Scriptorium. Okay. Here I am. Hey guys. Piero. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big York Gertner says if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Aladoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Aladoc? I am comparing you to an impotent youth whom the Lord in his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down. Oh my god, I like these two. It's like my own personal comedy show. I'm gonna say nothing. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Fenwick is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel has arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. But Ike is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. True craftsman cares more about quality than simply being fast. With skill comes speed. Sadly, it may elude you forever. I would rather take my time than compromise quality. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including Prince Bishop of Friesing. It's definitely, they've definitely got, like, it's definitely the married couple routine going. Curacao is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Fenwick isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Inder Maur manuscript. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indemau manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Could I just get the book? Ugh, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to go get it. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs help finding a book, and I don't know where it is. Andreas? Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Inda Mau manuscript, Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. I like it's like literally behind the door. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the seam. It doesn't feel right, I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean? It's all my work. My son, you're copying the illustration from the Indermaur manuscript almost exactly. Yeah, I was wondering about that. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful. But I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. The technique is all that matters to me, perfecting the craft. Can't that be enough? Only you can answer that, Andreas. There was a time that I marveled at my own technique. But there is a reason we monks do not usually identify ourselves in our work. It foments pride, vanity. With time, I learned to take simple satisfaction in helping to spread truth to others. But you need not listen to my opinions, they are just the thoughts of an old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptorio anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Why is that? Why has Kidderso kept this up for so long? Some people, some places, have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries, so be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. It's true. One of the big things we studied in English literature was that changeover from books being made like this and being really selective and only a few people had access to it, to the concept of the paperback and like more sort of modern publishing, and how, you know, books then suddenly became available to the masses, and that was huge, you know, like that was just not done. Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read anything? No. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. I use those as well. I never used to like audiobooks. I didn't consider them reading. And now I'm like, what an idiot I was. Time. Ah, where has the time gone? It is already Thursday? Something? Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Briar Frennick came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Frennick should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Nod. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No, anger is not appropriate response for none. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Colonia, Fulda, and Mainz. No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz rock vocal? Why is Prior Frennick so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years, and he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course. I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for, find them, and return them to me. Okay. The Aeneid. First books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by his desk. They are not his to keep. Okay. Fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Oh, she's in the book. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Italiam non sponte sequar. I do not go to Italy willingly. I did not make you for a scholar of Roman poetry, Andreas. The words sit easily in my memory. I'm not sure why. Probably out of love rather than duty. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. So, interesting. So when he gets the little thought bubbles... I guess that's how he actually feels. And then I can still choose? I don't know, because I've noticed the thought bubbles... Like, just then, his thought bubble was, is it really that bad? And I'm like, yes it is. We're not choosing that option. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that. From the empress to a nun, it is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry, for men. Now, the books, if you please. Yeah, and you know what? That hasn't changed much, honestly. Thank you. Next. Wretched Urine. This is a printed copy, green cover diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adok was reading it. It's over here. I saw that one too. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amelia Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It is subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurin learns that he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I suppose you're right. It's better suited to knaves like me. It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. I love fantasy. Fantasy's great. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, nor slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? In truth, it's unlikely you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? I apologize. It just came to me. It's alright, but for me, this is not a legal issue, but a matter of principle. The book, please. It's like I didn't mean to sound like an ass. There's only one book left, and you will be freed from bondage. Dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. What is it? The description should be sufficient. Okay, very well. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Ah, it's in French. The soul that God touched, empty of sin in the first state of grace. Bastard script, elegant descenders. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas. One of the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. Vous en prie par amour, écoutez en grande application de cet entendement, something. Yefton, rouler en grande diligence. Vous en prie par amour. Vous en prie. You're welcome. What, something? No. Vous en prie. Vous en prie means you're welcome, doesn't it? Apparemment. Écoutez en grande amplification. Tous ceux qui entendront cela le comprendront mal. Maintenant, comprenons avec humilité un exemple sans mon. Something about understand with humility a simple example. Empruntant l'amour mondain et amplifique. I don't know about the last bit. Something about a love divine? Anyway. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. Oh. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. Oh. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago." What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. I can sympathize with him. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows it's here. I do, so do Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? I'm not sure. I'll hide it. Keep it safe. Give me that book or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothvogel. I appeal to your duty as a librarian of this abbey to not destroy this book. As a librarian? My duty is to God and to the vows I made, to the rule. But you do love books as well. I know you do. Okay. Look at that. Look at all the persuasion. Andreas, I love God. Books contain knowledge that can help bring us closer to his truth. I do not love books as things, but I love that books can convey God's truth. It is not my place to judge your love of books, but it is not a love we share. Yeah, I'm taking this book. But does the gospel not say, hate the sin but love the Bible, which means books, so... Oh, I didn't get it that time. No. No, it does not. Consider the sound theological reasons for allowing this book to exist. More sound than a condemnation from 3 bishops from Paris? I mean, who are you going to trust, them or me? Thank you for making my decision so easy. Did you leave university voluntarily, or were you expelled? Okay, I propose a compromise. I'll be gone by the time Father Garnet asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. I offered unsolicited legal advice. Yeah, see. But you apologized. See? This is why I was like, as soon as she said it, I was like, oh, I need to backtrack on that. I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out of here for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? I'm trusting you in this, Andreas, against my better judgment. Don't make me regret this. Sweet. Yeah, canceled each other out. I love it. Okay. Alright, I got the French book. Oh, there is a lot of reading in this, though. Holy smokes. Like, I'm really enjoying it, and I think I'm actually enjoying it even more because of how it's all written. It is a lot of reading. Now then, Baron Rochvogel. Quickly, though, I need to finish up here soon. Peace. You may only have... Oh, as in I can't ask too many questions. You said he buys books from the Abbey. What kinds? Why, are you angling to get the Baron as a patron someday? Perhaps knowing his preferences may help me work in a style he appreciates. Practical, then. Well, I can't speak to his artistic tastes, only his literary ones. While he does seem to appreciate artistic manuscripts, I am no judge of style. He enjoys the prestige of possessing a fine book. The rarer it is, the more luxurious, the more he desires it. Baron has a particular interest in books on magic and other occult topics. As does our prior, though I suspect the Baron's interest may be more experimental than academic. So if I had said that I had studied the occult, he would have been totally into that. Is that normal, monks having an interest in the occult? Monks and nuns have been copying these books for centuries. Who else has such easy access to them? Faith can inure anyone against corrupting ideas, but reading such texts is dangerous. Not that it is my place to judge either the prior or the baron, of course. You seem to say that often after judging people. I'm going to say nothing. Well, I must be off to mass. Thank you again for your help. Wait, how will you get to the church if you can't enter the scriptorium? I thought this was the only door into the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the abbey, and like any old place, it has its share of secrets. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. Guest house below the abbey, over there. The back of the dormitory? Okay. Put it back the way I came then. I like he takes his hat on and off. Wait. Church or cloister? I can go through the cloister, right? Sorry, just like, where am I going? That goes to the garden. No, I just want to go straight. Chapter house. No. Cool. Infirmary. Upper Abbey. Then should be, it's Lower Abbey, right? Yeah. Oh, there's Martin. Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. What are you doing? Mind your own business. I'm curious, and curiosity is a virtue. You're nothing but a snoop and a windbag. Piss off. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay. Martin's a bit of a bitch. Good day, Master Mailer. Ah, Andreas. Good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas. Otto, Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 Amen, 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 amen. How did the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damned hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Select food item to eat. Oh. My bread. The cheese. Almonds. I feel like you'd start with bread. I think you'd have the almonds last. It's not that bad of an injury. It just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to work here when it suits him. And then cheese. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbot. From the abbey. Casting pilgrim badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rockvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? Here to check on a commission, I understand. He was friendly with Father Matthias. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgivings? That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. Okay. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back. Old Rennig? May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. What did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. Sure, I imagine you'll have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry where your next meal is going to come from. Yeah, it's true. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andres. No one should get away with what he does, what this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bowers sheep escaped the grazing fields again? He's changing the subject. Did I just get myself in trouble? Hey, Rotmeyer, how you doing? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix the fence, and he probably did a bad job of it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassring. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damned thief, and before you say it, Andres, that's more than just gossip. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. He's just a boy. He still has time to change. I've never known a thief to change, but maybe his responsibilities will make a man out of him. Speaking of the Bowers sheep, their ewes are shorn, and the women will be spinning it soon. Otto. I got it, Andres. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. It's like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch up in a moment. Okay. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Ava for me if you get the chance. Of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium. Till later. So Vespers, I have to go back somewhere else. Time to get back to work. It's raining. Martin. Okay, this way? Oh. What is going on here? God bless you, Andreas. Hello, Brother Mathieu. What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kirsau's sacrist, I tend to the shrine of Saint Moritz. He is the patron of Tassing and Kirsau both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for. The shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of Saint Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You are familiar with the life of Saint Moritz, are you not? I've been so focused on my masterpiece, I never had a moment to learn about Saint Moritz. Well, you ought to learn something about Tassing's patron saint while you're here. By all means. Saint Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen legal. I feel like the legal conversation bits are, a bit pompous. Do you mean annihilated? Because technically decimation means 1 of every 10. Decimus. Anyway, you said his legion. Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen, and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates Saint Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Saint Moritz came here. Indeed, he and his legion were snowed into this pass, and the townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Satya, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by those miraculous gifts, the town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. What happened to Satya? She, too, was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm. What an astonishing story. Thank you for the history lesson, Brother Mathieu, even though I interrupted it with legal jargon. You are welcome, Master Mailer. God bless you. Until later, brother. What are you doing? Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. Your dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. Oh, well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visit to Moritz's hand and Satya shrine to pray for their aid. Oh, bless. I hope that the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. I'm not going to spit on a man's faith. I may not necessarily believe in it, but I'm going to let him have his hope. Why wouldn't I? Wolfbert. Okay. What's this? Sebhat. God give you health, Master Mailer. Brother Sebhat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate, Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mailer, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I would like that. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. I'm making a lot of plans. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't, overbook myself. Especially with the whole, this will be remembered. It's like, oh god. So how are you, Rotmeier? How are things? Oh, that's where I was going. Brother Aladoc, this work. I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing. Rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent, praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Wow. Yeah, that seems to be the favorite, Rottenmeier. That seems to be the favorite of everyone at the moment. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothbogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have. You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Excuse me, Prior Frennek, I believe your point is made. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium, and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh god, give me the impatience to endure this. Oh god, there's a fight breaking out. Oh man, I haven't played No Man's Sky in ages. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Frennek is right. Hey, Sovereign. Prior Frennek, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can explain. No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is... well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity towards Curacao is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. We only want to accommodate you. Oh, jeez. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. My lord. Father Gernot, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your... No, I'm not talking about the script. That's fine. But the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Oh, of course. I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. Oh, well, yeah, Rotmire, I've played it before, but yes, there are so many other things to play. It takes the pressure off of Brother Piero. Sure. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Nonsense. You can eat with them any day. I'm only free for the evening. Oh, sorry, only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. I don't like this. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Can I refuse to go? You had this planned. Are you kidding me? You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Pierre Frenick is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? If anyone is the embarrassment here, it's you, Frenick. Or do I attack? Guy is pissing me off. Like, I was, like, willing to give Guy a chance, but he's just being... Yeah, I went with Guy. I was like, Brothers! If you please, Sister Zedena and I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the abbot's table. Oh, so what, I can't say no? Really? Can I not... Damn, that's really annoying. Klaus is going to be annoyed that I'm missing dinner with the Druckers again. Yeah, see, that's what I don't like that at all. Oh, wait. I can look at this now. What is this? I wonder what Prior Frenick was doing with this book. From the Library of the University of Five Churches. The Hungarians call it PEX. That's where Frenick is from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. Friend of his? I can't read this. Oh, here we go. A text on astronomy, it looks like. I'm not familiar with it. Bastard script. Bondarian, Flemish, not from here and not recently. It's definitely not Flemish. Oh. What is going on here? That's definitely Fornick's handwriting between the lines and in the margins. He's notating the text for his personal use. In any case, it's a thorough commentary. About what? What's this? It looks scribbled. Not like Fornick to be so sloppy, he didn't blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries. All astrological symbols. What's written below? Hold on a second. Capricorn. Aries. Maybe I should have learned Greek at some point. I can't make any sense of this. Yeah, I wonder, you know what? I actually have my ancient Greek textbooks. I actually spotted them the other day when I was doing some clean out. I could grab them. I suppose I'll figure it out in due time, but I'll copy all this down to reference later. Oh, great. I wonder if I could actually look it up. Hold on. Where is it written down? Where is it written down? Oh. Where's it written down? I wanted to take a look at it. I was gonna grab my Greek things. Where am I going? Over there. Then yes, I can go through here. And then it's just here. Cool. No, not there. No, not there. There. Right? What was I doing here? Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm washing up. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper. The circumstances are unusual, to be sure. Ooh. Blueberry Orange. Hello, how are you? It's been a minute. How have you been? How was your stream? Welcome on in. Yeah, shout out here. What were you up to? Oh, thanks, Auburn. Repo. Yeah. You know, I bought that. Haven't played it once. Surprised? No, I remember. I remember specifically because it kind of reminds me of, like, muffins. Ask me why. Oh, wow. That must have been a long stream going through that many games. Sounds like a good time, though. fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. Well, we are currently doing some Pentiment. I feel like I'm making all the wrong choices. 66 hours? Oh, 6 hours. Okay. I was worried for a second. Yeah, doing Pentiment. First playthrough. Making all the wrong choices. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tiger Lil, or Tiger, or Lil, or Diaper Lil, or Robin, whichever you prefer. And I do a lot of point and clicks here. In particular, it's kind of my favorite thing. So yeah, I'd never played this one. It's a lot of reading. My voice is starting to go a little bit, if I'm being really honest, but that's okay. It's really good though. I'm really enjoying it. I do play a lot of unique games. Well, I think I play a lot of indies that maybe people haven't necessarily heard of. So yeah, that's sort of, if you're looking for something new or something that you wouldn't have thought to pick up yourself, this is a good place to come. Because I always do random stuff. We've been doing a lot of point and click adventuring. We did a bunch of new ones recently. So in recent months, we've had Rosewater was released, which was excellent. Had Old Skies, which was also excellent. Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer, also excellent. Next month we've got The Drifter. I'm very excited for that. It's an Australian game, actually. Super, super excited. Oh, cool! Oh, congratulations! That's so exciting. I'm so glad. I'm very happy for you. Congrats. That's amazing. It's not necessarily people are like, oh, it's only affiliate. No. It's not only anything. I mean, same though. Same though. So, I feel you on that one. You must be doing something right. That's how I look at it. You're doing something right. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be the next big thing, but it doesn't necessarily matter either. Finding the community, finding the right people who are happy to hang out with you, and enjoy the games you play, that's the win. The fact that you're oh, I always play games that you haven't necessarily heard of and everything. I take that as a compliment. I love that. I think that's great. That's the biggest compliment you can give me. I get a lot of people who comment that I'm their comfy stream. I'm very, very lurker friendly. Which is what I'm here for. I love that. I'm yeah, absolutely. Come hang out, listen to the story. Yeah. I'm your comfy stream. I'll take it. But yeah, you just gotta find what works for you. And I definitely couldn't. I was never good at doing the whole loud thing. It's just not my. It's not my jam. Also, this rain is very relaxing. And also, my cat would get very upset if I was a loud streamer. So, anyway. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual to be sure. Nope. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. I'm loud when I'm disappointed in myself. That's a shame, I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table, you can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. You deserve the honor. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. That is true. Yeah. Humility can be a good thing from time to time. You scream at yourself a lot on stream. Oh dear. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Curacao Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rochvogel, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Fenric is wrong about you being slow. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. I'm going to say he's wrong. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Washing my hands. There we go. Alright, where am I going now? Oh, it's just across. Okay. So for those of you that haven't read it, the art is awesome. I highly recommend picking up the book The Name of the Rose, like I have in my title. It's a fantastic book, and it's a murder mystery set in a monastery. And it's great. And I feel like I read somewhere that the guy who designed this used that book as inspiration. Whether or not that's true, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it was. It's great. The art's great. The writing is fantastic. Yeah, I'm really interested to see where this goes. Like I said, it's all like, this will be remembered. This choice will be remembered. I'm like, oh god. Also, fun little, like, thing. You can choose... So these are all things I selected as part of his background. Didn't they make a movie of it? I'm sure they did. I've never seen the movie. I don't know if I could watch the movie for The Name of the Rose. Unless, I mean, of course, if it's an older movie, they probably would have sanitized it a little bit. I don't know if I could watch that on screen, but fantastic book. So yeah, you can choose your background. So I had that he spent his wander year in the Low Countries, so he knows some Dutch and French. Watched it in history class. You watched The Name of the Rose in history class? Okay. He's very dedicated to his art. He knows some law. He excelled at rhetoric, and he has a strong command of Latin grammar. Sean Connery. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, Prior Fenric. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was Thank you. Not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven." So that's the other thing. When they make mistakes in the text and it like rubs out and it corrects it, it's actually quite funny. I feel like, I wonder if they did that on purpose, or like somebody made a mistake initially and they were like, you know what would be really funny? We just like kept the mistake and then like erased it, like made that a thing. And I tell you, you are Peter. And I tell you that you are Peter. And on this rock I will build my church. and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Shake head. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Garot, have you read anything by Martin Luther? Oh my god. My bro. I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. Oh my god. This is not... My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My god, Father Abbot, the quail's fine. But don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? Everybody is like literally looking at him. He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see the value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. In thick conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. Oh god. Will there be a food fight at the end of the scene? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do this. I must respect Father Abbott's wishes at his table, my lord. A2, Andreas. I expected more of you. Enough. Lord Rochvogel, you are a guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas Mathieu, or any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous. Outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I've ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tazia. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. Well, I didn't make any friends. Thank you, Andreas, for not letting him engage you in his debate. No good would have come of it. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Yeah. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. I will take my leave as well. Good night. I don't think, yeah, I don't know. That's what I was like, can I still get there? Can I be like, guys, it wasn't my fault. I swear to God. It wasn't me. It didn't do it. Don't worry about Father Garot and the Baron. I'm sure it'll all be fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. That seems unlikely. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ha! That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. He's so sweet. I should get some sleep. Do I need to go? How do I? Oh my god. I have to get all the way back. So no dinner, sadly, at the baker's, but wait, where did I come from? How do I get out of here? Oh. Well. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lorenz must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. And what was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. I should get back to the Gertners. Yep, I'm not even gonna go check. You're on your own. Or do I go check? No, I can't, so that's fine. I was like, is this a choice? No, it's not a choice. I just need to... Huh? Yeah. No, you are right, Master Mailer. Did you see that in the aqueduct? The ghost? Maybe? It could be a Roman, maybe even an old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath those stones? Well, I think I found Johann's last lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Mailer. I will. Thank you, Till. You too. You too. Irises. Beautiful. I love irises. Forest? No, we don't want that. Snowdrops. One of the only flowers that can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. Cute. Mill. A shrine to St. Moritz. The statue looks ancient. Stopping to smell the flowers. Columbine. Looks like it's coming in early. Isn't that used in, like, Elder Scrolls for healing? Church and Druckers. Oh. Ah, no. Pale horse, still on the floor. Hello, are you alright in there? Matin, the pale horse, death. Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she alright? She is, yes. Sister Amalia is a mystic, gifted with visions when gods see fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What is she doing in there? Does she live in the church? She lives there, yes. I'm a little surprised you haven't noticed her before. If you come to Mass more often, you would see I give her communion through a window to her cell. So she's a prisoner, is what you're saying. Her cell? She is an anchoress, a religious hermit, so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Is she local to Tassing, or was she a nun at Curacao? Neither. She came from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all the monks and nuns at Curacao should read, even poor Brother Volkbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. I don't understand why sometimes the I think the script changes when I learn something about someone. So like it starts off like the script that it was suggesting like she was quite learned, like she was like the monks at the abbey. And then when you realize she can't read, it drops. Can't read and write, and it drops down to a different script that indicates her like status. I think that's the idea behind it. She seems unhappy. She is not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Sister Amelie was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh, no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Like tarot cards. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. I wanted to go in and apologize. Now, commons. On Bauer Farm. Gertner Farm. Gertner House. Oh, that's his beard. How many people are lying on that bed? Good God. I've already done that one. Okay. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Actually, hold on a second. Let me just make sure. I can't do anything with this, right? It's just... So that guy actually has to sleep standing, or like sleep in a chair. Not enough beds. And I have a bed. I feel bad now. The old man has to sleep in a chair. Although I am sleeping next to a window and it looks like it leaks in here, so there's that. Matin. Oh. Oh, I just slept through. Time to get back to work. I just slept through everything? Is that... Good lord. Oh. It's alright, Ursula. Good morning, what happened? The storm rolled in during the night. It hasn't let up all morning. Clara and I have been doing what we can here to keep us all from washing away. Peter and Jorg are outside, trying to deal with the flooding as best they can. Jeez. Oh my, is the farm in danger? There's always a danger with this much rain, but we've lived through worse. Whatever happens, it will be as God wills it. We must have faith in Providence and endure what is to come. Oh, I have some food for you. I also have money for Clara. Here, sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. Otto wanted me to say hello, by the way. Oh, he did. Haha. Good. Thank you. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. Try to stay dry. Thanks, you too. Good luck. No, I want to go back inside. I need to give them the money. Andreas. Are you doing alright, Peter? No, I'm not. There. Some of our sheep escaped, and I'd rather not spend my morning fixing this damned wall for the 3rd time this year. This is the way it always is. Rain falls on the Abbey and rolls downhill to us little people. Well, it's hard to blame the Abbey for that. That's just how rain works. There's a reason we're down here and they're up there, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get back to this. See you later. Okay. Can I need to give her the money. Ava, Clara. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Clara. I have something for you. Oh? This should be enough to pay my rent and the tax you owe the Abbey. Andreas, this is for more than your rent payment. We can't accept this. Awareness of class war in that fella. Yeah. It's the least I can do. You and Peter have been such gracious hosts. But Andreas, how did you even find so much coin? Are you sure you'll have enough to spare for yourself? I convinced Brother Mathieu to pay me a bit early. I wanted to be sure you could pay your taxes on time. Bless you 1,000 times, Andreas. You don't know what this means to us. I'm happy to help, Clara. It's the Christian thing to do. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. I'll let you move on with your day. God bless you. Until later. Good. I was like, oh no. Can I not give her the money? Okay. Paid in full. So now... There we go. The weather is off. The weather's awful, but I still have to get up to the scriptorium. Hopefully tempers have calmed down since last night. Unlikely. Town Commons. Let's go. Oh, it's like... I have to go up and around. Bakery, Ulrich, Northtown. Cat? Well, game of the year. You can pet the cat. Sold. Can't go in there and say sorry for not showing up. That's my bad. What's happening here? Father, I've said this before, but it isn't good that the water drains here so quickly. It's affecting the foundation. It needs to be looked at. I understand, but if you dig here, you may be disturbing the bodies decomposing in the yard. Oh, okay. Of course, Father, but they're going to be dug back up again anyway. Yes, but why disturb them unnecessarily? It's your church, Father, but you can't put this off forever. The foundation is going to crack. I understand. Perhaps after some of the bones have been moved to the ossuaries? Thank you, Lucky. Ah, good day, Master Mahler. Good day, Father Thomas. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. Oh, worry not. Lucky was just reminding me of the danger severe rainfall can pose to the foundation. God looks after his flock, but sometimes the pen requires an earthly hand. It will be taken care of. God be with you, Andreas. And with you, Father Thomas. Until later. Okay. Meadow? What's this? Forest. No, I don't want that. Meadow. Hey! Hey, Till. Hello there, Master Mahler. Hey, Till. Bumped into any ghosts lately? No, not since we last spoke. Good, good. Have you ever seen a nicer view? Don't get sights like this in the cities, I expect. It's hard to believe that Romans built a town all the way out here and we just let these structures fall apart. Oh yes, the old Roman ruins. Tassing is full of them, quite the marvels they are. I don't pay much mind to the writing on them, as I can't read Latin myself, but you might enjoy giving them a look. If you do, you'll have to tell me if they match the old legends I read about. What sort of old legends? Well, when Father Matthias was abbot, he would let me borrow books from the abbey's library. I think I read through half of that library before Father Gernot became abbot. Oh my god, and so he's just not allowed anymore? There you go. See, and it changes the writing. Because he can read. And so it changes his status. He and Father Thomas are strict about which books should be read now. Books should glorify God, they say, not discuss the old pagan ways. Still, the accounts of the Romans in Tassing are my favorite. That old book talked about how the Roman knight, I'm not sure what that is, Gaius Metellus defeated the Ratu, I think it was? Heavy snowfall had him caught in this very valley. Barbarians on all sides. When Maes sent a wolf to the knight. Instead of killing the beast, Gaius followed it to a magical spring. No, a magical... Is that word? What a... Something with trees covered in all sorts of fruit. Spring? A magical spring with trees covered in all sorts of fruit. Sorry. Mars provided the wolf and the spring, and Gaius Metellus founded Tassing after defeating the barbarians to honor Mars. That's what it is. That's where all this came from. That sounds a lot like the story Brother Mathieu told me about St. Moritz, without the Roman gods, of course. I hadn't thought of that. Both were... something into this valley, weren't they? And saved near a spring. Snowed into this valley and saved near a spring. I wonder if it's the same story. Oh, I don't know about all that, Master Mahler. A lot of stories get mixed up over the years. It might be all fable, but I enjoy the story all the same. It's nice to feel you're connected to those who have come before you, even if it's only by the land you live on. Wise words, I feel the same. It's been good chatting with you, Master Malice, but I'd better get back to work. You let me know if you find any particularly good books in that library, alright? I will. Until later, Till. Oh, I like Till. Good for Till. No. Martin? Hey, Martin. Get a friendly greeting from Martin. Not even close. Not even close to even a slight bit of kindness. Eat shit, Andreas. Achoo. Okay. I should get to the scriptorium. Gernot will give me an earful if I'm late again. I mean, I'm pretty sure we are late. It's interesting that they talk about, like, having similar stories. Because if you read any scripture or any tales written in stone or, like, you know, like pre-Bible, they all talk about a flood. a flood that wipes out, like, however many, thousands of people. I think every single origin story for... Not origin story. That's gaming. That's gaming technology. That's gaming words. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Essentially, like when a civilization was being created, all of those stories, all those stories that start, they all have, most of them have like a flood. Hey, man. I'll be with you, Andreas. Are you still preparing to leave, even with this weather? The weather is unfortunate, but the Baron's wife, Lady Salamia, will be arriving today. My lord intends to depart as soon as she arrives. How long have they been married? 7 years now. She's a fire woman, a true lady. I was hoping to bid farewell to the Baron before he leaves. I'm sure he would appreciate that. He spoke highly of you before he went to bed. He was disappointed that you didn't debate him at supper, but he understands that you didn't want to anger the abbot. Yeah, because I'm, like, working here. Part of the art of rhetoric is understanding the right form in which to persuade someone. That was not the right form for the abbot. My lord always wants to discuss things when the mood hits him. He is often alone in feeling it, unfortunately. Is there any chance I could redeem myself in the Baron's eyes? Oh. Perhaps not on this occasion. I believe you may have offended the Baron in some other way as well. Some way. Or some ways. I would not fret too much about it, Master Maller. He is a forgiving man. Where's your master gone, then? He went for a walk early in the morning. He didn't say when he'd be back. That seems odd, given the weather. Not odd for him. My lord enjoys hiking in all sorts of weather. A little rain never bothered him. I can sympathize. We Swabians enjoy a good walk through nature even in such conditions. Well, I apologize for taking up so much of your time. Good luck, Godspeed. Good speed, and I hope you can keep dry. It's not no trouble. And many thanks. Until next time, Andreas. Oh, one thing before you go. Did you see a short, surly-looking young man in a hat on your way up this morning? Surely you don't mean me. Ha, no, he was shorter than you by 2 hands, at least. Okay, Martin. He ran past me in the meadow as I was walking up the hill. He was in quite a hurry. Ah, that would explain my lord's missing rings. Oh. What? Brown. I went to pack the Baron's things, and they were missing. Why do you think Martin stole the rings? Yesterday I caught the boy with the hat, Martin I suppose, peering in through the windows. I could have admonished him at the time, but, well, he seemed harmless. That's a shame. I hope the Baron won't be too put out. My lord is a man of some means. He won't miss the gold or the rings. I do think he will be upset about the book. He was quite excited for the abbot to see it. In any case, I must finish preparing the horses. It was good talking to you, Andreas. Of course, I hope this rain lets up for you soon. God willing. Until next time. Oh, for the love. Okay. I might actually leave it there, though. Because it's getting on and my voice is actually starting to go. Like, it's, yeah. Like, I'm loving this, but yeah, it's a lot of reading for me. A menu was saved 28 seconds ago. Fantastic. I'm still in chapter 1. So this is gonna go for a bit. This is gonna go for a bit. Alright, let's see. Okay. We will find somewhere for you Twitch folks to go. Say goodnight to YouTube. Good night, YouTube. And we'll find somewhere for Twitch. Let's check this out.